Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for subscribe and like my video. Yes, I keep. Okay, this is ASM 653. ASM 654, the data warehousing. Okay, as I said last class, the slide has a bit problem if you open from this Google services, so I'm using the one on that I have been download. Okay, here as you can see, there's some text on this slide number 7, but on our Google service PowerPoint here is not appear, so I'm using this PowerPoint slide for the lesson today. Alright, can we start now? This is chapter 3, defining business requirement. Okay, if you are in my class ASM 653 yesterday, is almost the same, but this one is on the perspective of data warehouse. Okay, there are 3 things that we will look on this chapter about the information packages, requirement gathering methods. Actually, requirement gathering method is quite similar to this requirement analysis in this ASM, system analysis and design. The last one will be the requirement definition document outline. Okay, moving on to the a data warehouse is an information delivery system. It is not about technology, but about solving users' problem and providing strategic information to users. So you have to highlight on this one: solving problem and providing strategic information to the user. That is the objective, and what is this about the data warehouse about. Okay, in the phase of defining requirement, like our SDLC, the requirement will be on the second step on the planning. Yeah, okay, you need to concentrate on what information the user needs and not so much on how you are going to provide the required information. Okay, the topic online on this one, we're gonna discuss how and why defining requirement is different from a data warehouse. That's why we learn on this topic, chapter 3, and understand the role business dimension, and also learn about the information packages and their use in defining requirement, and also the review methods for gathering requirements, and last one, grasp the significance of formal requirement definition document. Okay, move on to the definition. I think I can say this one. Definition of requirement is the user's statement of how he or she wants to do business and the information required to support his or her new method of operation. Alright, so there's two requirement area here. The first one is will be on the functional requirements, and the second one is about the non-functional. Functional requirement written in user terminology, since it is user operation that are being described, while these non-functional requirements, these are the limitation and demands imposed upon the competing solution, such as architectural plan, data storage specification, something that not involve the user data storage specification and information system performance expectation, meaning that this is one not being written in the user terminology. Alright, who are being look on this the data warehouse requirement will be the marketing vice president. How much did my new product generate? This is the question. Like yesterday, always ask the question on about the system or about your data warehouse that's gonna be implement. So have to ask is it related to the previous version or compared to the plan? Okay, and give me sales statistics on the marketing manager by the product, summarize the product categories, maybe daily, weekly, monthly report by sales district, by the distribution channel. And for the financial controller, they want to knows how much has been spent on the expenses, listing actual versus budget. Yes, also of course there's a monthly, quarters, annual, by budget line items, by district, division, and summarize the whole company performance. Okay, we can simplify on the graph like this one. Business data of sales unit. Fact is measured and analyzed in 3-dimensional. Of course, the product that has been produced, time required to generate the product, to produce the product, and also the geography. Maybe you want to transport this our product to another location. Okay, on the distribution, I can say. Okay, example of business fact, as I mentioned, on the supermarket chain, of course, they got a store promotion. On the manufacturing company, they got these products, ship the product, this is distribution. And the insurance business, of course, the agent, how they want to claim insurance, the policy. And the last one on the airline company, of course, the flight schedule also, frequent flyers, flight status or the airports. Okay, it's different. So you might look on the different, as I said, if you want to last time you need to create for your assignment, you have to make a dummy data based on this kind of business lah. Okay, not everything is supposed to be on the market or on this retail business. It can be on the insurance, it can be on the manufacturing, or it can be on the airline. Okay, baru pergi topik 3.1 on the information package. Okay, this one information package 3.1. Okay, a novel idea for determining and recording information requirement. That's about is definition of the information packages for a data warehouse. This concept helps us to give a concrete form to the various inside nebulous stock. Nebulous stock ni uncertain lah. Uncertain thought. It's not been confirmed yet, and opinion expressed during the process of collecting requirement. Package we put together while collecting requirement are very useful for taking development of the data warehouse to the next phase. Okay, this is about information packages. So this information packages enables you to define the common subject areas, okay, the key business metrics, how data must be presented, how user will aggregate or roll up, and decide the quantity for users analysis or query, and decide how data will be accessed, establish data granularity, this one on the quality or condition of the data, and estimate data warehouse size, and determine the frequency of for data refreshing, and last one is ascertain how information must be packages. Certainly like a make a clear definition on how. Okay. Alright, this is some example of information package. Okay, you classify maybe you got some data on the Excel file, so you classify by the time, location, what the product been purchased, or maybe the age group of the customers. So it can be like this. Okay. Alright, the next topic, 4.2, but 4.3 here, requirement gathering methods. Okay, this is similar as SM653 yesterday classes. Who are the users that can make use of the information in the data warehouse? So where do you will go for getting the requirement? Of course, there are three things, basic technique that can be used on this gathering information, or on this gathering method, either by you using this interview, or maybe a group sessions discussion or interview, or it can be a review on existing document. So this one I think no need to explain more. You can read all these things about. I think you kind familiar on these terms and what is this all about. Go for the first one, interview technique. Select and train the project team members conducting the interview. Mostly you have to prepare a week before the interview, the actual interview. Of course, we have to make an appointment with the person that we want to interview, and assign specific role for each team member. The lead interviewer or scribe is the person that will be taking notes. Can prepare list of user to be interviewed and prepare board schedule. List your expectation from each set of interview. Maybe you got a first stage of interview, we want to know about the employees, contoh lah. This one interview kerja lah contohnya, interview for works. First one, they want to know about your qualification or your skills. Next one is about your interests. Or the second stage, maybe if you pass the first stage, the second phase of interview, I can see mostly they want to look on the problem solving skill. They will give you some study case or scenario, then you have to tackle on the problem. Okay, and then of course complete the pre-interview research, prepare interview questionnaires, and prepare the user for interviews, which is you set up a meeting, the room, everything, and conduct a kick-off meeting of all users to be interviewed. And have to set a time lah, so that you don't waste time here. Okay, there are 3 basic ways to structure interviews. Okay, this one not in the SM653. Okay, either you go to pyramid structure, starting from closed question. Closed question meaning that yes or no. Okay, simple answer, simple question. Then gradually expand into open territory, which is there's a no wrong answers, which is more on the opinions, more on this how they want to have to tackle the problem on problem solving skill. Or you can go the funnel structures, which is reverse of the pyramid. We start with the open-ended and then on the easiest one, for the last stage, and it can be a diamond shape, a combination of the 2 above structure. Maybe they just first tanya open question, and then close question, open question again, close question. That one mostly for the beginner punya interviewer, dia akan buat macam tu lah. Okay, how to design the questionnaire. So this is some guidelines. State the type of choice of question. Choice of language is important, short and precise. Application of scale 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. Strongly agree, strongly disagree. How scale tu lah, scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. So it's best actually don't put the in the middle punya answer lah, because if 1 to 5, most of people will pick 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, then you don't get any favorable answers. And design the questionnaire by start the questionnaire with less controversial and highly important question, consistent and pleasing, meaning that don't jump to the don't too over lah or your question, like the first question. And administering questionnaire is decide who gets the questionnaire and how to distribute. Maybe you can do online, you can do through face-to-face interview, depends. Guide questionnaire they call it. Okay, tadi on this interviews, still on the interview, is about the open-ended interview question. Advantage is putting the interviewee at ease and allow more spontaneity. So spontaneous lah. And disadvantage, of course, possibly losing control to the interview and may not get the type of answer you want on this open-ended interview question, which is no right or wrong answers. Okay, what the benefit of the closed interview question is getting to relevant data, keeping control over the interview. But the drawback is falling to obtain rich detail, meaning you don't you just get yes answer, yes, no answer, no. We don't get broad opinion or maybe others detail lah that we maybe look or miss on this kita punya questionnaire. And intimidating the interviewee, which is maybe that person has been the interview too will not be comfortable. Okay, there are some on this JAD methodology. Okay, joint application design session are used to scope the project. Each session should last 2 or 3 days. They are very focused and fast paced. So JAD session can be very formal and follow strict guideline, or be informal group session. I can say that if in the academic session, the academic line, we do this kind of JAD methodology in designing your final questionnaire, the final questionnaire, final year exam paper, which is we
different lecturer from the different campus sit together. Maybe we pick Puncak Alam UiTM as the location. So maybe yes, I'm from Sarawak, from Kedah, from Melaka, from Pahang. We'll go to the Puncak Alam and sit together 2-3 days and make a set A, set B, set C final exam question, which is very focused We want to produce the best question that follow the guideline, follow uh, the academics standards, which is on our university. What we call this? Quality quality assurance. Okay, on the JAD methodology, the JAD sessions are also called a facilitated session are used to gather information and feedback and confirm the result of requirement gathering. So the JAD session replaces the traditional way of conducting a series of interview on a one-to-one basis with the user. So advantage of this JAD, of course, achieving consensus during the session when multiple source of information exists, and raising and addressing issue or assigning them for resolution and immediately confirming information. We want to settle the problem at that time as soon as possible. Okay, this one maybe you don't. I think we got this one on the ASM. You start with the project definition, the research, the preparation, JAD session, and the final document, which is like mine, like ours, like our case that I share with you now is about your final exam paper. But this one different. This one different. On this one, of course, on the data warehouse. So you don't to be confused on this one. Okay, what are the team or parties that involved in this JAD? Of course, the executive or sponsor, the facilitator, person guiding the team throughout the JAD process, meaning they have facilitator like a leader lah, and the scribe person designed to record all the decision, and macam SU. Full-time participant, everyone involved in making decision about the data warehouse, all the members that has been involved. On-call participant, person affected by the project but only in the specific area. Maybe we need to call it HEA contoh in our case. So HEA will look on the format of the final exam paper. Is it yes, the alignment, the justification, the font is according to standard format. Okay. And observers, of course, the person who would like to sit on specific session without participating in the decision making. Maybe KBP, they're not involved. So, or maybe a dean, they can't. So they just monitor that yes, we do this session according to the standard of procedure. Okay, review existing document. This is the last topic. Oh, JD2 in the 4.3 already. Okay, tadi interview, or maybe a group session or JAD session, and the last one will be review existing document. Like I said on the ASM 653, we refer to the reports. Okay, documentation from user department, review in detail the business process and business procedure. So the documentation from IT is the most important part on this data warehouse requirement. So availability of source system will be look on, and DBA, the database administrator, will provide data structure, individual data elements, attributes, value, domains, and relationship among field and data structure, meaning that the connection of each of the data will be in review. Okay, again, review of existing documentation can be done by the project team without too much involvement from the user of the business unit. So scheduling of the review of existing documentation involve only the members of the project team. We don't want to be too chaos in the JAD session or the interview. JAD session this one, or maybe they just review, maybe just pick the best or experienced people that have knowledge about the area or have a previous experience working on the project, so that we can use for the review on this existing document. So what are the definition? Okay, requirement definition, scope and content. We look on the data sources, what the available data sources that have in that company or organization. Data structure within the data source, location of the data source, operating system, protocols, client architecture, and data extraction procedures. availability of historical data. And then we could look on the data transformation, indicates where the data about metrics and business dimension will come from. Describe the merging, conversion, and splitting that need to take place before moving the data into the warehouse. Maybe we need to convert the data into the new format ke. So maybe you want to merge, so it can be small size ke. And the data storage is about the storage requirement, detail and summary of the data, estimate how much historical and archive data need to be in the data warehouse. So maybe we need just last 10 years records on the previous maybe sales punya figures. So no need to put the 20 years punya, so that our data warehouse will be more effective and more faster lah kot. Because if too much data will be takes time to process. Okay, different recommendation scope continue. Tadi on the data source, data transformation, data storage. We got also on the information delivery to the user. Drill down analysis, roll up analysis, drill through analysis, slicing and dicing analysis, ad hoc report, online monitoring tools. Okay, this one how they make a report that can be convey to the user. Then we got information package diagram with the schedule of the database architecture. Of course, this is the outline. We got introduction, general requirement, specific requirement, information package, other requirement like a data extract frequencies, data loading methods and location, and user expectation, user participation and sign off, and the general implementation plan. Alright, finish. So you can read on the summary. We got a review question. Okay, I need you to come up with your answer. This one, Big Book Inc. is a large book distributor with domestic and international distribution channel. So the company order from publisher and distribute publication to all the leading bookseller. Initially, you want to build a data warehouse to analyze shipment that are made from the company many warehouses. So determine the matrix of fact that and the business dimension. Prepare information package diagram. So how we want to do that? Okay, another question. There's a two review question on the big book and of course the car best ni. So information package diagram is like this one. Alright. Okay, imagine that you're on that situation, the review question. So try to classify the dimension of this data model. Okay, so that's all for chapter 3. Finish. If you have got any question, just bump me on the chat on the Telegram. That's all for today. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Stay safe. Assalamualaikum.